Hello and welcome to Your Beauty, the podcast for your face. I'm Leigh Campbell.
I'm Kelly McCarren and it's Hot Pod Summer, baby.
It is hot in here.
We are right in the thick of Hot Pod Summer and we are thrilled to bring a very different episode to you today.
I know.
It is like fun questions, but I still feel like Leigh's going to get carried away with some of them and give you a 10-minute answer.
Kelly and I have always wanted, well, when we read the questions, sometimes we're like, well, we can't include that. The answer's not long enough. So we've got 10 questions that we're going to just quickly answer. However, I have over-prepared.
She filled in her answers first and then I was like, well, what Leigh said. I've got nothing else to add.
Look, it's Boxing Day. We can't think too much. So we're just going to get into it and keep it short and sharp.
Great.
All right.
Question number 1, can you suggest a little portable fan that fits in a small bag? This gal gets a sweaty face in the heat. I just get sweaty in general in the heat.
Did I write that?
Yeah, was it you?
My scalp gets so sweaty and then it drips down my face. I have bought last summer and I love it, the Jisoo Life.
Just say it on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. Jisoo Life handheld mini fan, $24.99. It's this really, you can get different animals. So mine's the brown one and it looks like a bear. It looks like a
So cute.
big lipstick or something. And then it's USB charged. Then you flip the thing up and the spinny bits happen.
Like it's like it's so compact.
Yeah, it's
you
small.
cannot tell that it's a fan when it's
It kind
put
of looks
away.
like a big thing
Dildo.
of earpods or something. Yeah, it looks like a little dildo. And
tiny
mine's brown
one.
and looks like poo. Because the first time I bought one, I bought a $3 one from one of those $2 shops and it literally burst into flames in my hand. So don't go super, super cheap.
That's not good.
No. What
The
about you?
Kmart one is exactly the same except not a fun little animal, but $10. However, or
15, I thought.
you can get some there that are
Yeah,
10
they've got
and then
different.
some for 15. However, you can't get them online at the moment. So
Ooh.
if you are in a rush, get it on Amazon. Otherwise, you can obviously just go into Kmart and have a look. A lot of places do have them. They're very handy. I also sometimes take out an ice pack in my handbag.
Wowzers. Doesn't
Just
it get condensy?
Yeah, but just to like press on my chest
Oh.
or my sit on.
And don't underestimate a good old flip out paper fan. You know, you get that.
Oh,
you
how
know.
good is it when bars or restaurants
I was gonna
hand you
say
one?
these steps up, but you know, they work.
Mm.
Is it safe to use regular fake tan on my face or do I need those pricey face specific ones? And any recommendations for ones that won't turn me orange or disappear after one wash?
Yes, it is absolutely safe. However, if you are acne prone, I would err on the side of caution. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of a face tan. I would much rather build up a color
With your makeup.
with my makeup simply because it tends just to stick as a dry gal.
Mm.
It tends just to stick even if I mix it with moisturizer or use a really hydrating one. It just sticks to my dry bits and makes the dry bits darker.
Yes.
Or it makes my pigmentation darker or
Yep.
acne scarring. And if I didn't use the right formula, it would make me break out.
Yeah, that's it. So yes, you totally can. I have used the Noosa Bronze Gradual on my face. I just dilute whatever I'm using. If I'm using my body tan, I mean, I've used like those dark mousses on my face. I dilute it with a bit of moisturizer or serum, nothing active. But Kelly's right. It will highlight your pigmentation and nothing's going to really last after washing your face because when you wash your face, you're taking off all the stuff and it's trying to grip to your face really. If you use actives at night like a vitamin A, then it's going to take it off. I would do it the night before if you've got somewhere special going the next day. Another recommendation if you do want one that you can kind of customize for whatever is the tanning drops. So many brands do them. Isle of Paradise is great. I really like the Bondi Sands tanning drops. They've got light, medium and medium dark, $19.95. You just put 2 drops in your moisturizer and then if you're doing your body, you put drops in your body moisturizer. So really good for travel. And you can
That's a
kind
great
of
one.
Turn it into gradual or turn it, more drops, more tan.
Question number 3. You can only use one hair product for the rest of your life for styling, not shampoo and conditioner. What would it be?
This was hard.
Oh, I didn't think it was at all. I was like, pfft.
Oh, well, I was going to say dry shampoo, but then I was like, is that technically kind of in the shampoo category,
No, I would say that's styling.
Yeah. And look, that's pretty obvious for me. I'm an oily, sweaty girl, but I'm choosing a volumizing dry shampoo. And if we're getting specific, it's the Bumble and Bumble Predator Powder. I buy the little ones. They're about that big from Mecca, $28. I like it because you can take it on the plane. It's not an aerosol. It's just like it looks like talcum powder. It's a little puffy thing. And it gives you the best grit and volume, but not gritty and is dry
Doesn't
shampoo.
feel yuck.
And it lifts me at the roots because my hair's still, well, it's getting longer, but it's still quite short. It's like a styling product and a dry shampoo in one. That's my specific.
Specific?
Yeah, not just any dry shampoo.
I would trust Leigh on that one. I haven't tried it, but
I've got it here today.
use
I'll
a
give you
lot
some.
more styling products than me, so I'm going to trust your recommendation with that one. I did just want to add that if you are looking for something a little bit more affordable, Thanks to Nature has a similar concept. However, I wouldn't say it's as volumizing, but it's like the same concept.
Yeah, right.
In terms of the powder that
There's quite a few. That Sweat brand I love, SWET. That's like a powder that is more dry shampoo than volumizing, but again, not an aerosol.
By nature of the actual product, because you're sort of working that powder into your hair,
Yes.
it's going to give you a little bit of
But the
volume.
Bumble and Bumble's more.
I'm going to have to try it.
But you're cheating. You have to choose your own.
No.
Hairspray?
No, oh, absolutely not. I'm choosing yours.
Okay, very good. All right, so next up we have, I'm hopeless at this one. So I've been putting blush on the apples of my cheeks like I learnt in year 9, but I keep seeing people on TikTok doing all these different techniques. Where am I actually supposed to put this stuff? What's the foolproof way to apply blush so I look naturally flushed, not like I've been slapped? I could have written this because I always did apples, and then because I'm new to blush if you're new here, and then I saw that's too low, so then I'm putting it up on my cheekbones, but then that's where my highlighter goes. So Kelly, help this person and me.
Don't worry about TikTok trends or places that you've seen people online put it. Do what works for you. So if what you're doing works for you, don't worry about what people on the internet say, because you look at your face.
That's a boring
Hold on,
question.
I haven't finished.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want because everyone places their blush differently. If you are rounder in the face and you want to elongate it out, I would place it closer to the temples, so at the higher portion of your face, just because by nature that is then going to elongate your face.
And if people are watching on YouTube, Kelly has beautiful blush on today, and it does kind of start at the top of her apple and up to her temple, but then if you got highlighter as well?
Yes, I mix them together. But I mix them together. It's not like you just make do.
So it's not like a puzzle where the blush has to go here and they can combine.
Just have fun. Practice.
Okay. Practice and then wipe it off and practice and wipe it off.
If you've got a long face and you want to look like a little bit rounder and softer, then you can place it more in the center of your cheeks, like on the actual apple.
But higher on the apple?
Yeah, not too low, because that's going to drag your face.
Smile and put it on the apple, but then when you drop, it's down here.
Yeah, don't do that. I think that is going to pull your face down and potentially age you. The thing about looking like you've been slapped or a little bit clowny, I think that actually comes down to how much product you're using. If you've blended it properly, like if you've sort of just smudged it on and then just gone, hey ho, rather than placement.
That's why I can't do powders. I'm all about a cream.
Yeah, I just think that it doesn't really matter where you place it. Like even if you put it up at the temple, if you don't blend it properly or it's too bright of a shade for you, it's absolutely going to look like you've been slapped still.
Formula and application more important.
Exactly.
Okay, I just learned something about blush.
Oh, one final thing. If all else is fails and you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, I still don't know if it suits me, get the beauty sponge that you're using to do your base product or a brush. Whatever brush still has that little bit of foundation or coverage product on it.
My fingers?
Your fingers, yeah. Gently sort of just shear it out
all together
over your blush.
I'm a big fan of combining all my layers at the end, just with a really
melts it all together.
Yes, melt it, and that helps in this weather. Okay, next question. Girls, how bad is it that I wear full coverage foundation to work every single day? I know it's probably terrible for my skin, but I look like an actual corpse without it.
People still are spreading false information that's bad for your skin. I mean, I guess it can be clogging of the pores, but not really. You're going to wear something anyway.
Well, that's it. So it's a bit
sunscreen clogs your pores technically.
Yes. Well, anything could. It's a bit of a misdemeanor and maybe old school thinking. So now formulas are so clever and doesn't really matter if it's full coverage or a sheer tint. It's still a layer on your skin. Full coverage could have a slight chance of clogging more because there's more pigment in it generally, but you really don't need to worry about it in, I was going to say 2026. We're nearly there. So you just want to look for that word that I can't say, non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic. Did I say that
Which
right?
means that it's not
going to clog pores.
Yeah.
So you want to do that. If you are reactive or acne prone, just check the ingredients. Some silicons could, because they sit on the skin, and some oils. But if you're using already a long wear foundation that you love and you say it's probably terrible, are you getting breakouts? Is it?
Is it?
It's
no.
fine.
And just so many products have skincare benefits now.
Yeah. Make sure you're double cleansing at night, oil cleanser followed by a regular cleanser, and just look for that term, although that term is not a, justified tested. It's just that they believe that it's not going to clog your pores, but it's not like a certification. 3 that I can recommend that I think are great. Estee Lauder Double Wear, great. Amazonian Clay, the Tarte one. I forgot I loved that one. Gosh, that's good. 16-hour full coverage foundation, great for the heat, doesn't make you too matte. And the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. They all say that they are non-comedogenic. But yeah, if you're wearing base, you're wearing base. It doesn't really matter what it is.
My one thing with the 3 products that I'm going to recommend is if you do feel like a corpse, potentially try something a little bit glowy rather than matte or velvet based because that will just brighten everything. So the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, do you know that's now $90?
Oh my God. Is
I
it
was
long wear,
alive.
full coverage? No.
It's like medium to, you can build it up, but it's very sheer and glowy. That was $60-something when I first started using it. Everything's insane. The Ordinary Serum Foundation is only $12, although very hard to get your hands on. That is so dewy. And then the Revlon.
It's only online.
Yeah.
Then you've got a shade match online.
And then the Revlon Illuminance Tinted Serum, which is around $23 to $30 depending on where you get it. That's beautiful, very dewy.
It does not last.
Oh, I feel like it does on my skin.
So, well, you're dry. Because she's asking for full coverage. I wonder if she wants long wear. You know what I mean? Like, is it the coverage or the wear? Because
I would consider all of my recommendations long wear, but I have dry skin, remember?
Yeah, I need to know this person's skin type. But you could always look if there's a lighter version. For example, Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer.
That's beautiful.
Lasts all day, but is not masky or cakey and feels like water.
Question number 6. I'm desperate for help with the black dots on my face. I've tried pore strips, clay masks, salicylic acid, and even those satisfying extraction videos on TikTok. Don't judge me. Nothing seems to work and they just keep coming back. I'm at my wit's end and considering booking a facial but wanted your expert advice first.
Okay, lovely question person. You say that they just keep coming back. That's going to happen. It's like when you shave, your hair will come back, or I can't think of anything else, cut your nails and they grow back. They're sebaceous filaments and they're meant to happen. And if you want to remove the visual appearance of them, you'll have to maintain that. So they're completely natural. What it is literally like a little...
Because the pores on your face are like a little crater, things are
think
going
of it
to
a
get
crater,
caught in there.
And then there's a hair in the middle and then there's a little sebum, like oil gland. And that's just kind of filling up with oil and going, oh, we're good here. But then oxidization from... it's not pollution and it's not dirt. It's just literally when the oil hits the oxygen, it goes a kind of brown color. It's not a blackhead. A blackhead has a kind of
You can tell the difference.
Yes. So that's just a natural occurrence. If your pores are bigger, they may look more obvious.
And I think that people get confused because if you do extract, so squeeze them, stuff does come out. But that's just the stuff that was in the crater.
And it's just going to come back.
Because it's your pore.
Yes. So I think you were going to recommend one of our favorite products.
Get something regular into your routine that is going to help just keep those pores nice and clean, like the Paula's Choice PHA. It's $54 for a big tube, bottle thing.
I've had mine for so long and I just spot treat.
You just use it on the areas that you get sebaceous filaments or blackheads or pimples a couple of times a week.
Yeah, I would do every second night if you really want to get them cleared out. Think of it like it's going in and washing it away, but then it'll come back again. But you definitely want a BHA over an AHA. BHA is a deeper chemical cleanse that will kind of flush it out.
Yes.
But you can't just go, oh, they're gone now.
You would do the Paula's Choice or whatever chemical exfoliant step you're doing. You would do that before you start applying your serum. So after you've cleansed as like a toner. That's where you're
night, right?
And definitely at nighttime because it can make your skin a little bit more sensitive. So yeah, in the toner sort of second step.
Fresh skin.
Fresh, bare skin.
And if I'm spot treating, because I'm combo, I get sebaceous filaments around my jaw and on my nose. Point. I whack it on and do something else for about 15 minutes before I put my serums on because it kind of, whatever step you put on top's kind of going to turn it off a little bit, if that makes sense. So I cleanse, do that, faff about, and then I do my rest of my skincare. If you're really worried about them, I would go for a professional facial and extraction first. So you're starting from a really fresh base, then do that at home. On top of the BHA, you could also try niacinamide because niacinamide kind of balances oil flow and you can use that every day, morning and night. And careful that you're not over cleansing and over stripping them because then your skin goes,
we need to give you some more oil.
Correct. So it's a very fine balance, but also they're just very normal. It actually means your skin is incredibly healthy. Okie dokie. Leigh and Kelly, can someone explain Japanese head spas to me? Everyone's raving about them, and I have no idea what they actually involve or if they're worth it.
I'm booked in for my very first one and I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
Have you had, no, you don't like to be touched.
No, I like my head being touched.
Oh.
Still, it's nearly my birthday again, March. I was given 3 vouchers for Tokyo Head Spa and I still can't book in, but I'm going.
Because it's so busy.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm booked in somewhere else. So
okay, report back.
I will report back. Don't do it for the scalp benefits. You can give yourself like a weekly head massage with a good scalp product for a fraction of the price. Like they are very expensive compared to, say, a massage. Do it as a treat. So if it's your favorite thing in the entire world to have your head scrubbed the way that I
touch my head and my feet.
Literally like that part when you go to a fancy hairdresser and they shampoo your hair and they give you that deep and you're trying not to roll your eyes back into your head like a
and
real
then they start
creep.
talking to you like, shut up, keep going, keep going.
This is the best moment of my entire life. If that is incredible for you, then treat yourself to a Japanese head spa.
And if you want it to go for 60 or 90 minutes.
Exactly.
So think of it like a facial. Basically what happens is it's a facial for your hair and scalp. So you go, you have a consultation, then they'll do a deep cleanse.
Sometimes they like take photos and have a look and it's like,
ew,
no one cares. You're not actually like, this is what, don't go. Your hair's not going to grow better afterwards.
You're just going for the relaxation. So they'll do a quick consultation, then they'll do a deep cleanse. Then they'll do like the treatment-y step of the quote unquote facial. So mask or oils. Then they'll do the massage and that goes for the longest time. Oh my gosh. And then at the end they will style or blow dry.
Yeah.
So it's like finishing you off with your serums before you leave your facial. It's a facial for your head, scalp. Yeah.
But they are so expensive. So
are they really?
Oh yeah. The one that I booked for myself, I mean, it was discounted. I don't know why it was on special. Maybe that means it's going to be a dud. It was $400 for 90 minutes on special for $250.
Sweet cheeses.
Yes.
Why would you get your head done when you can go get your facial and then go to the cheap place in the mall and get a
Because they don't just do your hair.
I know, but like anyway.
And I think it's the whole experience of that like little tap going over, you know, that
there's a
back and forth.
It looks very aesthetic, but you don't have to go to Japan. They're everywhere.
How do you stop hair near the nape of your head from knotting? I brush it multiple times a day. And how do you keep your hair straight when you go to bed? Is it bonnet/silk pillowcases or is it not possible? Leigh has literally just written, get a bob, lol.
I have fine hair, but lots of it, and I'm sweaty. So when my hair was longer,
Schwitzy.
I mean, it's still happening now. I just get all these little rat tail, like dreadlocks down here. I think it's because even if I air dry, that would absolutely happen, especially when my hair's longer. Even if I blow dry, I just think it's the moisture trapped between your neck and your hair.
And constantly moving. Like people that don't move, that probably doesn't happen.
Yes. So it stopped when my hair was really short. How do you keep your hair straight when you go to bed? Impossible for me. I sleep on a silk pillowcase. I still wake up looking like a chicken's bum.
I think the only people that can keep their hair straight while they sleep are people with naturally smooth, straight hair.
Yes.
If your hair has the slightest bit of texture, you just can't. But you can still straighten it before bed and then just quickly run over the kinks in the morning. Like it doesn't need to, you don't need to start from scratch in the morning. But
I think it also depends on how long this lovely lady's hair is. If it's long enough, what I would do is get a really thick, not satin, but like a really thick fabric scrunchie and just put it in a gentle pony, or if it's long enough, even in 2 gentle pigtails. And then depending on if you're, it's, you know, side sleeper, back sleeper, I'm a front sleeper. The bedtime thing is hard. I just would enjoy a good night's sleep. That's going to be better for your beauty routine as a whole, rather
worrying
than trying
about
to wake
your
up
hair.
with good hair.
I look like a chicken too because I also sleep with a pillow on my head.
Yes. Well, I sleep with a cat on my head.
Yeah, it's same. And so you sort of wake up and your hair's like knotted on top and then knotted at the nape. It's just, I'm definitely not one of those aesthetic waker-uppers in the morning.
I used to, back in the day when I worked at Cosmo, that's when I was like super cool and tried different hairstyles. So I had a triangle shaped undercut.
Oh.
So that when I put my hair up, I had this really cool shaved bit.
Oh, that's cool.
It was so cool. I didn't have the dreadlocks then, but not much you can do there, my friend. Sorry.
Alas, get a bob.
Yes, get a bob. Lucky second last. I swear I spend more time removing tan than I actually do wearing it. It's driving me insane and feels like such a waste of time. Everyone else seems to have their tan removal sorted, but here I am scrubbing away for ages and still end up looking patchy and streaky. How do you actually remove fake tan properly without it taking forever and leaving me looking like a zebra.
Well, I think the easiest way to combat this is to dial it back just to a gradual or a light tan, because you're only going to be getting those really intense zebra patches if you're tanning a drastic amount away from your natural skin tone, if that makes sense.
Like a super dark, uber dark 2 hour intense.
So I would just dial it back a little bit, but I do like the removals sometimes. However, they dry the absolute, as someone with very dry skin, they dry me out.
Me too.
Like nothing else because of the chemicals that's in it. And I say they do work, but they take probably 80% of your tan off, I would say. They definitely don't take off 100. Oil and a washer works like a charm for me with everything. The other day.
Everything.
Who was it the other day I was washing?
Who were you washing the other day?
Well, a kid. But it wasn't Lenny. No, it was Lenny, but he was having a bath with someone. Oh, it was, and my sister was like, I've tried to get the stamps off them. I couldn't get them off.
Oh, God, yes.
And I was like, silly Em.
Oil removes everything.
I put oil, poured it all over them with the washer. The stamps came straight off.
And then they're juicy and hydrated.
Exactly. Whereas the exfoliating, the remover is drying.
Yes, that's it. So I sometimes do either or, but I agree with this person. I see people on Instagram going, it's tan night, and they like had okay tan on, but then they fully remove the whole tan, then retan and look flawless. And I'm like, that is a lot to put your skin through in a few hours.
It's also a lot of work. Like clearly they don't have children if they were doing that. Or they, I don't know.
But people do it like on a Thursday night religiously.
Yeah, I used to when I was younger, but I didn't take the old one off.
I remember when I was a spray tan addict, and this is back in the day. This is a bit of an insight when there was like lots of really good freebie, like money in media, and the company I worked for at the time had a free gym downstairs, and then we got free Saint-Tropez spray tans whenever you wanted. So I just book in every Thursday night after work.
My goodness.
But they were like, Leigh, you can't keep coming. You don't scrub off the old ones. And we're just putting tan over tan over tan.
And then it starts to, it looks fine for a while.
I would put a strap on around my shoe and it would wear off, and it was like that thick. Anyway, I feel you, and I oftentimes just go like, today I'm kind of 4 days post gradual, and it's just getting a bit weird because it's gradual. It's not as bad.
So, same. Like if you look, I've got weird, but it's not too dark, so it's not obvious.
If you have a bath, I would jump in the bath and chuck in a whole bunch of oil. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can use olive oil, that sweet almond oil that Kelly loves from Amazon.
QV bath oil.
Anything oil. And then just soak in it, and then get a washer in the bath and just scrub it off. That will get most of it off. Then you should get out.
It's quite cool because you can literally see it.
Oh my God. I have like spray and wipe waiting to clean my bath after, because you just get a ring around it.
Because then you get that, yes.
Sometimes then if I do want to tan immediately, I will then quickly chuck some tan remover on, let it activate for a bit and have a shower, because you don't want to put tan on skin that's had oil on it. Yeah. But if you're not tanning straight away, just get out of the shower out of the shower or bath dry, and then use a dry towel, maybe one that's dried on the line, not in the dry, so it's a bit crunchy, to buff off the rest. It does work.
Good one.
But then your skin is quite like, ow, I'm fresh. And if you've got hair removal, I wouldn't tan straight away. If you need to tan that day, wait 3 or 4 hours, let your skin settle down, and always let your skin cool. You don't want to tan warm skin because your pores are open. So shower or bath, you've got to let your skin cool down, close your pores.
I would always try to aim to take your tan off on a Wednesday night if you want to tan on the Thursday.
I know, but then something good's on the Thursday. But every time I do it,
well, then do it on the Tuesday so you can tan on the Wednesday.
Okay.
I mean, like, do it the night before is the easiest way, and also then that's cutting the job down by half.
And anytime I do rush my tan and do all of that in once, I get all the little dots.
You regret it.
You do. Last question.
The best eyelash serum that actually makes them grow crazy long. My answer to this was never tried one.
Oh, it must be nice to be slow blessed.
Well, no, I've also I don't know if it's just my algorithm, but I've recently seen this thing about that it can make your eyes like perpetually a little bit red and weepy.
Well, they kind of came about because they were discovered. Someone was using a glaucoma medication, and then their lashes went crazy, and they were like, wow. So then they made a whole, when I say they, I just mean the world, made a whole bunch
pharmaceutical
of serum
bosses.
Yes. And then some people, their iris changed color. Some people lost their eyesight. Really dark eyelids. So,
a lot of people then pulled their products from the shelves.
Yes. So there are plenty of good ones. I have used several for a short amount of time. I don't really use them either because I can't be bothered. But the one by far that I discovered, Erin loves. I miss Erin.
Oh, she'll be back.
Hannah English got us onto it. Friend of the pod, amazing scientist and content creator. It's the NYK1 Lash Force Eyelash Growth Serum. You order it from America. It's $91. That I know, but it's got phenomenal reviews.
Mhm.
And guess what? Not that long ago, I wrote an article about the 3 best. That's in it.
Oh.
So if you want to know the other 2.
You'll have to go to the show notes and click on the link to the article.
Yes, but whatever you choose, I mean, most of them will work to a degree. They pretty much have to do clinical studies. You have to use it every single day for 3 months
Okay.
to see results.
Yeah. It's like anything beauty related in terms of a retinol or for
Yeah.
results, you need to commit.
If you want long lashes now, put falsies on, like I've got on today.
Oh, you do?
I've just got little baby brown ones on the outside.
Or just curl them and put mascara on what God gave you.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was very religious of me. Felt weird coming out of my mouth.
Well, Kelly, let's go and enjoy the rest of our Boxing Day. In case you haven't planned your work life, we're back doing proper You Beauty for 2026 on the 12th of January.
Yes.
But you're not allowed to go away.
Oh, I know. We are going to be back in your eyes and ears on the 29th with the top products from 2025. You heard it here first.
Yep. The definitive list of the 10 best
It was
products.
so hard. We were
that
messaging each
launched.
other and we were like, oh. And then one that I really wanted, it was November last year. So I thought, you can't go in. You can't go in the list.
Anyway, come back on the 29th. If you are having a summer break, have a wonderful time. If you're working, thank you.
Hopefully we've put a smile on your face.
Yes, and we will see you soon.
Bye.